check, 1 2, check, 1 2. Hi guys, good afternoon. Don't mind the sound of my voice. I am so stressed out. I am really tired. But then I just thought that, oh my god, today is Saturday. I completely forgot to announce that I will be having a YouTube live today. I am actually sorry. Though I announced it this morning, I was going to be having a YouTube live today, this afternoon by 4 p.m. So if you're online, please join me on this conversation. But first of all, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is doing okay. Um, I know these are trying times, and everybody is just trying to find some sort of coping mechanism. So I hope everybody is actually really doing well. So that said, I just want to let you guys know that the purpose of this live video on YouTube right now is to try and help you guys to prefer some solutions to what's going on currently. So I put out a video yesterday telling you guys um about what Access Bank is trying to do with regards to slashing of salaries and laying off some staff for a bit, between now and December. And also, I'm aware that in Lagos, um, businesses are going to be resuming from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. till further notice. And then in Nigeria as a whole, there's going to be curfew from 8 p.m. till I think 6 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. That's the time. So with this video, guys, I just want to let you guys know about the basic things that you need to start off your day or your week of returning back to work. So I'm going to start by listing them out, and then I'm going to explain them one after the other. So first of all, guys, you definitely need to have some alcohol based um, hand wipes or face wipes. Also, you need alcohol based hand sanitizers. That's the second thing. The third thing is you need face mask. It's a must. You need face mask. What else do you need? You also need hand gloves. Yes, you definitely need hand gloves. Hi, Tosin. You're welcome to the live. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, guys, so as I was saying, you need hand gloves. So if you go to a pharmacy and you ask for face wipes, or even hand wipes, you will see some of them are very mild, while some of them have alcohol. So the alcohol, I can't remember the name. It's called isofronil or something like that. I don't know, but it also works in a similar way, just as a hand sanitizer works as well. So the reason why you need to go to the office or resume work on Monday with all these essentials is because you have not been at the office for a while, and you've not been in isolation with your colleagues. So you do not know where your colleagues have been. You do not know who they've been with. You do not know if they've been exposed to COVID-19. You do not know what they've been exposed to or what they have exposed themselves to. So what you want to do is you want to take all precautions. Yeah, you want to take all precautions. It's really important. So what you do is when you walk into the office Monday, what you do is, hi, Lil Bill's vlog. Hello, you're welcome to Frankly Speaking with Glory. You are absolutely welcome. Okay, guys, as I was saying, okay, for the benefit of those who are just joining, I am talking about essentials that you need to resume work on Monday. If you are resuming work on Monday, these are the essentials that you need. So when you walk into the office on Monday, please make sure and ensure that you're wearing a face mask. Hello, Catherine. You're welcome to the YouTube live. Okay, so ensure that you are using a face mask. Remember, if you are based in Lagos, work is going to resume from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So please ensure that for those few hours that you are going to be at work, that you are wearing your face mask. For no reason should you remove your face mask, except maybe you are alone in the toilet or in the restroom. You should please put on your face mask. So also, as I was going to say, that the moment you walk into the office on Monday, the first thing that you should do, and not just on Monday but every other day, hello peace, you're welcome to the live. Yeah, so the first thing that you should do is you should use your alcohol based hand wipes and wipe your desk, wipe your chair, wipe all your writing tools, all your work tools. Please sanitize them and clean them all. Hello, Sunny Ade. Tosin, thank you. It's the sun. I'm actually facing the sun from my window. So, guys, as I was saying, when you resume work on Monday, you need to sanitize everything you use to work. If it's your pen, if it's your computer, you need to sanitize everything. And remember to wear your face mask. Honestly, you need to. And remember, as I said earlier, that your colleagues that you're going to be mixing up with from next week Monday, you do not know who they've exposed themselves to. You do not know who they've been with. You do not know what and where they have been, or what they have exposed themselves to. So what you want to do is to protect yourself as much as possible. I know a lot of you might have a lot of employee relations going on here and there, but then in as much as, oh, you guys must have missed each other during this 1 month of lockdown or self-isolation, I think you should also take all the precautionary measures possible to prepare yourself, and not to fall victim of COVID-19. So as I have said, you need to wear face mask, and also use hand wipes or the spray sanitizers to sanitize all your work tools and everything that you are going to be using to work from Monday moving forward till when everything normalizes. And also, guys, after cleaning off all the things that you are going to be using to work in your office, please ensure you wash your hands. So this is what you do. Remember, a lot of you, when you want to wash your hand, it's really funny how we do it. You use this same hand that you want to wash and turn on the tap, and then after turning on the tap, you will now wash your hand. After washing your hand, you will now use that same hand again that is clean. Now you now use it to turn off the tap. That's very wrong. So the best way to do it is, when you want to wash your hand, you can use your elbow to open up the tap, okay, or you use your wrist to turn up the tap, okay. And then after washing your hands, remember the best way to wash your hands, I think I've done a video on how to do this. After washing your hands, you can now use your elbow to shut down the tap again. So make sure you wash your hand, and after washing your hand with soap, yes, then use your hand sanitizer to sanitize your hands. And also, you should also endeavor to put on hand gloves. I think it's very, very necessary that you put on hand gloves. And if you're one of those people that normally talks in the faces of people in the office, I think this is the period where you need to maintain your distance. Now, I know that some offices might be very, very close knit and very, very tight. So, a lot of you might be sharing one desk, a lot of you might be sharing one office space. That is the more reason why you should use face mask. So, in as much as you and a lot of all your other colleagues, or a bunch of your other colleagues, are going to be sharing the same office space, I think it's also very, very necessary that you maintain the 6 feet, you know, prescribed social distance rule. Okay, you don't want a situation where you are sitting too close to your colleagues. Remember, as I said, everybody has been on a lockdown for the past 1 month in Lagos, Nigeria, so you do not know who your colleague has interacted with over time. You do not know who your colleague has, come in contact with. So what you want to do is, you want to protect yourself as much as possible. So that said, I will be taking questions from you guys regarding the things that I have just said. For those of you that are on here, if you have any questions to ask me, please feel free to ask your questions before I move on to talking about something else. Does anybody have any question to ask? If you have any question to ask, please go ahead and ask the question and I will answer. But in the absence of having nothing to ask, there's something I want to talk about, something else I want to talk about. Let's see. I'm actually waiting for you guys to ask any question you want to ask. Okay, if you guys are not asking question, before I move on to the next thing I want to talk about or share with you guys, I'm going to start from each of you. I think there are 7 of you here right now. I know it's my fault. I didn't really inform a lot of people about this live today. So it's my fault. I'm actually beating myself over it. So Peace is asking, I hope government won't change Monday resumption. Peace, I don't think government will change Monday's resumption because the truth is life has to move on. Life has to move on. But I've asked a couple of people, and a lot of people are even saying that in as much as the government is going to call off the lockdown on Monday, they don't think they are ready to actually come out, and mix with the public just yet. So a lot of people are just going to want to stay in their comfort zone and still stay away from the general public for now. So I doubt if the government is going to change the resumption dates from Monday. It's still on Monday. Yeah. And remember, guys, there's a national curfew, like a nationwide curfew in the whole of Nigeria, beginning from Monday, 4th of May. It begins from 8 p.m. and finishes by 6 a.m. in the morning. So please, whatever you'll be doing moving forward from Monday, ensure that by 8 p.m. you are inside your houses. Hi, Favor. Hello, Samuel. Yeah, Samuel, I'm actually sorry that I kept on beating myself and telling myself I need to let everybody know that we'll be doing a YouTube live on Saturday. I want to make it a thing, that we're doing a YouTube live on Saturdays, to talk to you guys, get to know how you're doing, find out what your current situation is. So I'm really sorry that I didn't really announce to you guys earlier on, but I actually announced it today, this morning, on my community tab. And remember, I told you guys, if you want to get more information, from me about random things that I'll be doing on my channel, in as much as I announce them on my videos, I also announce them on my community tab. So please ensure to check my community tab if you always want to get more and more information. Okay. Hi, Favor. Catherine, is it necessary to wear hand glove? Catherine, absolutely. It is necessary to wear hand glove. Remember, as I said, if you are in Nigeria, if you are in Lagos especially, Lagos is a very crowded place. For a lot of people in Lagos do not have private cars. So if you know that you're going to be using public transportation, you're going to be using public vehicle, public cars, if you know that you're going to be visiting public places, I bet you definitely need hand gloves, because the truth is, you've been inside your house all this while. You don't know what's been going out there. You don't know if someone that has been exposed already to the virus has come in contact with all those objects and all those things. So the best bet is, please use hand gloves. And maybe you want to wash your hands or anything, you can actually wash your hand gloves and actually air dry them. So Catherine, I absolutely think, resuming work, you need to have your hand gloves. It's very, very necessary. You want to protect yourself as much as possible. You don't want to leave any stones unturned in this situation, so it is necessary. Hello, Grace. Good afternoon. Sonia Day, depending on the type of taps in the restroom, my thoughts, it should be wise to wash the tap before you use the tap. My opinion. Oh yes, Sonia Day, you're absolutely correct. You can absolutely wash the tap in the restroom before you use it. But remember, for you to wash it, you can also use soap to wash the tap, and then after washing it, I know this is me being extra weird, but trust me, I can go extra miles just to protect myself from any virus. You can go ahead after washing the tap, before you open or close it. You can go ahead to use soap to wash it, and then also use your spray sanitizer or hand sanitizer to rub the tap. So that way you are safe as well. So Sonia Ade, you're actually right. You can wash the tap before and after you use it. Hey Glory, watching from Zambia. Hey yo Zambia, I hail you. Thanks for tuning into my live. I think Favor and Toasting have started their banters again. My two faves. Glory, do you Okay, peace. For now, I don't know about international airports, but from the information that the president shared on his live broadcasts a couple of days back, he said that there will not be any, that there will be restrictions. There is a ban on interstate travels, and for international travels I doubt if there are going to be international travels, because trust me, countries all over the world, they've shut down their airports. So currently I don't think there's any country that is currently allowing planes into their borders by air or by land, or even allowing, there's no movement going on currently around the world. So Tosin, for Nigeria, I doubt if there's a resumption on international airports, because already beginning from 4th of May, there is going to be actively there's going to be an active ban. Try English language. Sorry. There's going to be an active ban on interstate travels by land, by water, by air, by any means, except maybe we have people that are witches and they want to appear and disappear. But seriously, travels are banned already. So Tosin, for international airports, I doubt the airports are still on lockdown. I think they gave themselves an extra 2 weeks extension for the lockdown. So they're shut down. Mm, the circular from the head of service says level 12 and below are not to resume yet, and for those that will resume will close by 2 p.m. and the work days are just Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I think Favor, thank you very much for this information. I think this information is basically for those people that work with the Lagos state government, especially those people that are public service servants. Yeah. So you're absolutely correct. So let me pin Favor. I'm gonna pin this comment of yours. You know what pisses me off about this YouTube live? I don't even know how to work it. I don't even know how to pin a comment. But guys, what Favor is actually saying right now is a very, very valid information. So work days for public servants in Lagos, Nigeria is going to be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So they're going to resume work from 9 a.m. and then they're going to close by 2 p.m. So the 9 a.m. resumption time till 3 p.m. is for every other kind of business, though not all businesses, but for every other kind of businesses. So it is expected that everybody should be indoors by 8 p.m. because that's when the nationwide curfew begins. So everybody, please take note. If you are in Lagos, Nigeria, or you are Nigerian watching this YouTube live, just know that there's going to be a nationwide curfew beginning from the 4th of May. That's on Monday, moving forward to a further notice. Hey Mo, hi. Hi. Oh, in London, you guys use tissue while touching. Interesting. But do you think the tissues are gonna be sustainable? What about if you guys just use, oh, when you touch public taps? Oh, interesting. Yeah. True, guys. What Mo is saying is actually interesting and very, very valid. I mean, that's another way for you to touch public taps, and I think it's very, very legit. And it's also safe. Yeah, that's the word. It's also safe. So if you don't have like a hand glove, you can also use tissue or maybe a paper or something, but just ensure that your hands does not come in contact with a public tap. Or better still, if you don't have any of those things in your possession at that time, you remember you can use your elbow to open and close the tap. Okay, so there are different ways to do it, but do not allow your hands, you see, your hands, the tip of your fingers or the palm of your hands, to come in contact with public taps, even in your office. It's not really advisable. So Sonia this says airports are closed for travels to further notice. Yes, 100%, 100%. Thank you, Sonia Day, 100%. Sonia, do you think Lagosians will abide with transportation rules? I do not think Lagosians are going to abide with transportation rules. Watch the last two videos I posted on my channel. I talked about it. Lagos is one of the most overly populated cities in Nigeria. Lagos state is one of those states that even the government is finding it difficult to control them, because Lagos state shares borders with so many other African countries around the world, and also shares borders with other states within Nigeria. So there's always an influx of people coming and going, to the point that even the custom officials around can't even control the movement of people, goods, and services within Lagos. So, talking about abiding by transportation rules, I doubt Lagos state cannot. And I said it in my previous video. I said it that the only way that this whole transportation rule of using washing your hands before entering a bus, let buses and bus drivers be only carrying 6 passengers, it's not going to work. I said that the only way it's going to work is if the Lagos state government makes provisions for more BRT buses. Remember when they banned Okada and Keke in Lagos, the Lagos state government announced that they brought their own taxis into the works. They said that they brought about 650 BRT buses. I think each of those buses are 40-seater buses, 40 or 30-seater buses. So that's one of the ways that the Lagos state government can even try to contain, you know, the lawbreakers that would want to, you know, start jumping on private buses. Because trust me, Lagosians are very, very impatient people. The way people in Lagos behave, I'm sorry to say, it's very, very different from the way people in Abuja behave. People in Lagos are very impatient. The hustle is very, very real. The hustle in Lagos is very, very serious. So if you go to a motor park in the morning, or even a bus stop in the morning in Lagos, you will see like 50 people at once. They want to enter inside one particular bus, even if the conductor tells them, no, government says that only 3 people should be on a seat. Now lie, oh. They will say no, they are late for work, they are late for their business. Some of them can even go as far as telling the conductor, okay, if I pay you 200 naira for a bus fare that is 15 naira, will you allow me to enter the bus? Trust me, people need money. The conductor will agree. He will collect the money. And guys, please brace yourself. I'm not a harbinger of bad news, but I'm just letting you guys know that if you are based in Lagos, everything is going to hike up. Price of everything is going to hike up the moment people start going back into a partial normalcy from next week Monday. Bus fare that used to be 100 naira is going to increase to 200 or 300 naira, because all those bus drivers and all the conductors, they have just 6 hours in the day to make the money that they are going to lose for working between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. or between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and 12 midnight. So guys, seriously, a lot of things are going to change. So Ade, to answer your question, Lagosians will not abide to transportation rules. It's going to be a tough one for the government, and my hope is that the government is ready for what's about to come. Okay, Favor, the truth is I was actually happy when I heard I wasn't going to resume work on Monday, because for me, everyone is a suspect. Favor, and my office has to do with events and gathering of people. Favor, I am also happy for you. Please stay in the comfort of your house. Do not expose yourself if you can help it. But if you must go out to work, that's why I gave all these tips earlier. Ensure to have your own face mask. When I say face masks, I'm not talking about egungu face masks that will cover your face. No, I'm talking about the nose masks that you use to cover your face. And also, guys, there's something I want to share with you. Very, very important. Hold on. Okay, guys. I know that things are really hard right now, and I know that a lot of people are using this opportunity to start businesses on how to make face mask and all of that. But if you're gonna go into public, my advice is, this is the best form of face mask that you should use. It could either have this rope handles or it could have the elastic handles, but this is actually the best. You know why? Because if you blow breeze into this thing, you won't feel anything on your palms. But if you use a cloth face mask, trust me, anything can even enter inside. Why? Because there are tiny, tiny holes that even you and I cannot see. So particles can even enter through it. So if you use a cloth mask, it can only protect you 30%. This one will actually protect you at least 90% or 95%. So if you're resuming work from next week Monday, my advice to you is use this kind of face mask instead of a cloth face mask. And also, guys, there's a video I saw online. Most of the hand sanitizers that we have, because it's alcohol based, it's very very flammable. They even write it on alcohol on hand sanitizer bottles. When you buy it, they're very very flammable. So what you want to do is, if you're the sort of person that works in a very high risk environment, that works with a lot of fire, flame and everything, please ensure that while you are working, before you go close to the fire, please wash your hands. Even though you have hand sanitizer on your hands, please wash your hands, because what you don't want is for your hands to get burnt or for your hands to catch fire when you are working with fire. So if you are a chef, you are a cook, your mama puts, and you work with firewood and fire, and everybody's saying use hand sanitizers, please, before you go close to fire, wash the hand sanitizer out of your hands. Because this video I saw, it shook me seriously, because the hand sanitizer, they put it on the plate, right? And they poured the hand sanitizer inside of it, and then they put fire. It didn't show that there was fire or anything. But when the person that was doing this experiment put off all the lights in the room, we could see blue fire. So what that means is, the alcohol-based hand sanitizers that we use, in as much as it protects us from carrying the COVID-19 virus, it's also very very dangerous, and it's also very very flammable. So what you don't want is protecting yourself from one thing and getting caught up with another natural disaster or unnatural disaster. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So that said, please protect yourself at your place of hustle or at your place of business. So Mo said, Glory, our lockdown continues here in London. The PM has a first-hand experience of a deadly virus. Oh yes, Mo, I heard about the Boris case. He actually came out successful, and he was just very very lucky. Honestly, God just saved him. His own case was very very severe. I also have a friend in London, and he told me that the lockdown is going to extend till the end of May and even run into the beginning of June. So my happiness for you guys over there in London is that you guys have been sort of catered to, and for me, I feel like that has gone a long way to water down the impact of this period of lack for everybody. So more, as I will always tell you, this is the time for you to spend in bonding with your family. I know that sometimes you feel like running out of your house because maybe your husband or your kids are making you go crazy, or members of your family are just making you go crazy. But then just look at it on the bright side, that you've not seen your family for a bit. So this is the time for you guys to bond and do things together. It's well. So Sonia Ade is saying, is asking, should we expect another round of lockdown anytime soon? Sonia Ade, my honest answer to that question is absolutely, because according to what the president said, this calling off of the lockdown is just an easing into society once again. But then trust me, what they're trying to do is an experiment. They're trying to see if Nigerians in general are going to be able to they're trying to see if Nigerians are going to be able to adhere to all the strict rules and regulations that they have put in place to contain this virus. So what they're trying to do is, if Nigerians are not able to abide by the rules, if Nigerians are not able to play by the book and do as expected, then there's going to be another long lockdown. So my take is, Lagosians, for instance, they will not be able to abide by the transportation rules. So absolutely, I know that there's going to be another lockdown, this time a complete lockdown. For Kano State, the coronavirus is seriously eating that place up. So guys, if you are currently based in Kano State, my advice to you is, please stay safe. Use your face mask. If you have no business going out, please stay in the confines of your home. Use your hand sanitizers. I saw videos of a lot of people from Kano or Kaduna or from the north. Basically, they would wash their hands and they would drink the water, and they would say in Hausa, coronavirus has nothing on me. Hey, this is not a period to be very very spiritual and religious. This is a matter of life and death. Even God knows that coronavirus is real. That is why he gave people the sense to produce face mask, produce hand sanitizers, and produce every other thing that's going to protect people. So please, nobody should come and start trying to water down the severity and the seriousness of the situation. So Sonia Ade, to answer your question, I foresee another lockdown. I foresee another lockdown. Glory, two brothers and their dad died of coronavirus on the same day here in UK. Wow. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Mo. I mean, this is crazy. What really irks me? It's the fact that a lot of people are doubting Thomas's. They are seeing the news, they are hearing things. Look, fine. I am one of those people that believes that there's a lot of conspiracy surrounding the coming of this COVID-19, the spread of COVID-19, and every other thing. But then one thing I do not take for granted is the fact that COVID-19 is 100% real. It is very real. And I am not that stupid to say that because I have not seen anybody around me dying of the virus, so I will not believe. Guys, you don't have to wait for snake to bite you before you know that snake is poisonous. That's an adage. I don't know which state it's coming from, but I just know. You do not have to wait for it to happen to you first before you start taking every precautionary measure. So, ladies and gentlemen that are watching this live right now, please don't be one of those people that are saying that, oh, I haven't seen anybody that has died, so I don't believe in COVID-19. Guys, please protect yourself by all means. Mo, I'm very sorry to hear about that. But honestly, these things happen. We just have to protect ourselves. Favor is saying Uber, Bolt, and the likes of them will be happy. They'll make a lot of money this period because people would prefer them to the public transport for those that can afford it. Well, Favor, you're actually right. You're actually right. And that's another crazy thing about this world in general. People are always capitalizing on situations to make profit. People, the thing is, even when there is war, there are people that profit out of war. I'm going to shock you guys. Even during the Boko Haram insurgency, when it was very, very hot in Nigeria, there were actually people that were profiting from the disaster and the havoc being wreaked around by Boko Haram. So, in every situation, there are those set of people that actually savage the situation to profit out of it. Like now, look at it this way. Before COVID-19, how many people was even bothered about buying hand sanitizer? How many people was bothered about buying face mask? People weren't even bothered. People didn't even take enough precaution in washing their hands. But now there's COVID-19. People that know how to sew properly, they are making money by producing clothes face mask. People that are doing face mask, they now sell a box of face masks from 15,000 that it was 2 weeks ago. It's now 25,000. People are making money out of it. Same thing for cab drivers, Uber drivers. They are going to make money. But me, I have decided that I'm going to trek. You see these legs will be put to work. God did not give me leg for nothing. I am going to trek in this lecky. Like seriously, I'm going to walk around. Anything I want to get, I will walk. In fact, for me, that's another way of losing weight. So I'm going to walk. But then that's the reality, and we cannot dispute it. Whenever there's a serious situation going on in the world, there's always that percentage of people that are out there to make profit out of the situation. And sometimes I see it as a blessing for those people because that's their time to make money, so why not let them make money out of it? But then it's really sad. And but Favor, one thing I like you said is for those that can afford it. So for those people that cannot afford it, well, they have to make do with public transport. And that is why I said that if you must use a public transport to go to your place of hustle, your place of work, your place of business, you need face mask, hand gloves, hand sanitizer. Yes. And if you see a bus that is going to be so full and packed, please don't enter that bus. As I said, everybody has been on the lockdown now for over a month in Lagos. You don't know what they've been exposed to. You don't know who they've been exposed to. So if you cannot afford to use a private vehicle to your destination, if you cannot afford to use a private cab to work, and you must use a public transport, ensure you have a face mask, hand gloves, hand sanitizer. Very, very important. Um, yes, Mo. God saved Boris Johnson. Miracle Omon said, guys, be careful while using a hand gloves on public utilities and using the same hand gloves to pick your phone, because that way you've ended up exposing yourselves as you end up operating your phone later. Miracle, thank you so much for giving us that perspective. Thank you very, very much. And that is a very, very valid truth. You see, I know it's going to sound really funny, but I just want to let us know that, listen, when certain things happen, your lifestyle also needs to change according to the situation. Yes. Now, on a normal day, you see a lot of individuals, they are always on their phone 24 hours. They're always pressing their phone. So what do you do when you are wearing hand gloves? What do you do when you are using hand sanitizer? Do you still have to be pressing your phone the same? Okay, let's say for instance, in the mornings, you are on your phone, pressing your phone for like 2 hours. Okay, so that's you being the confines of your home, right? So when you now go into public and you are using hand gloves, and you know that that hand gloves, that in your hands, on your hands, yeah, that's the same hand gloves that you're using to touch the bus, touch the public utility, touch the public door handle and all those things. Do you think it's actually advisable to still, you know, bring out your phone with that same hand and start pressing the phone again? I don't think it's actually advisable. So Miracle is actually 100% correct. When you are using hand gloves, please guys, ensure that you are not handling and fiddling with your phone with that same hand. Please, very, very important. And once again, Miracle, thank you so much for giving us perspective to that. Very, very important, guys. You need to limit and reduce the way you handle your phone in public, not just for security reasons now, but now for health and safety reasons. Okay, so that's a very, very nice one coming from Miracle. Okay, Mo. Says that is why it's better to wash your hands with water and soap and use sanitizer only when there is no water and soap available. Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. So wash your hands with soap and water and then use hand sanitizers. But remember, I've also explained to you guys already that the hand sanitizer is flammable. So if you are working with fire, be very careful. Moavike said hand sanitizers with 70% alcohol content can prevent and kill the virus. 100%. Honestly, guys, I wish I could actually pin all these comments, because you guys are actually making a lot of valid points. Yeah, I wish I can actually pin your comments, but then I still haven't gotten the grasp, of how this thing works. So OC Issei Omij says, please, it is real. My children's pediatric, though he retired 3 years ago, he volunteered to do a driving test for people that wanted to get tested for COVID-19, but unfortunately he passed on. Wow. That is so sad. Whew. That is so sad. Really sad. Honestly, guys, don't joke with COVID-19. It's very, very serious. Please, let's try and protect ourselves so that we can better still protect those around us. Oh, guys, did you hear of the news? Dokbe C, I think he's the owner of AIT, or maybe the managing director of AIT television in Nigeria, but Raymond Dokbe C, I think he owns AIT and Ray Power. That man tested positive with coronavirus, including 3 of his children, his wife, and I think 2 of their relatives. I think there are about 7 of them in total. That was yesterday. They all tested positive. Now that makes me wonder that where did this virus come from? How did it enter their household? How did it start spreading inside their household? Who got it first? Who started getting the symptoms first and then did not know that they actually had the symptoms, and then they were exposed, and then they exposed the other members of the family? Guys, my heartfelt prayers goes to that family. But then this is to let you know that this thing is actually very, very serious. It's not a child's joke. It's very, very serious. So please, let's not joke about it. Let's not take all this information that we are hearing on a daily basis for granted. Currently, people are getting infected in Kano State like mad. Like the thing is just going like wildfire in Kano State. Initially, they were saying that, oh, it's probably and what's this rat's disease? Something about I can't remember, but now people are now saying that, oh, it's actually coronavirus. So guys, please, let's make sure that we protect ourselves, and let's take all precautionary measures possible to ensure that we do not fall victims. Okay. uh Oh yeah, Lassa fever. Thank you. Say thank you, Lassa fever. So when this thing was happening in Kano State, people were saying that it was Lassa fever, but then it wasn't Lassa fever, because even one of the person that used to go and be picking patients, he dropped down and died, and then somebody else died. And then yesterday in the news, I think about 90 people tested positive for coronavirus. All of a sudden. So guys, this is actually very, very serious. Favor is saying, I wish your COVID-19 is not even a spirit. Come to think of it, where did the person get it from? Honestly, Favor, search me. That's why I'm asking questions like, how did he get infected? Did he go to the office and then somebody at his office, was already infected and then he was exposed to the person? Guys, this is what we are talking about. That's why my concern. Oh, he actually went to work. See, guys, that's why I'm saying that from next week Monday, Lagos has lifted that ban on some businesses opening. So if you're in Lagos, Nigeria, and you're going to work, it's because of you that I'm actually making this video. You need to make sure that all your arsenal of protection is ready. I know that God is the one that preserves lives. God is the one that actually protects everyone, but you also have to play your own part. Don't test God. Don't say that, oh, because I'm a Christian, because I'm a Muslim, because I am a strong spiritual person, so I am not going to protect myself by wearing my hand gloves or using hand sanitizers or washing my hands or using face masks. I'm just going to go into the office and have faith that nothing will happen to me. See, people like you that think that way, you're going to be the first one that I think will catch. So please don't test God. Do not test God. So Mo Abike says, door handles, door knobs, and surfaces should be cleaned with bleach on a daily basis as recommended here in UK. Bleach kills coronavirus on surfaces. This has been established. Please don't drink it. Mo, you just reminded me. I think a few days ago, Donald Trump was saying that the US citizens can't drink bleach because it has been tested that bleach kills coronavirus is 100%. Oh my god. I saw a lot of memes on Twitter of people using drips to put bleach into their blood. Guys, please don't drink bleach. Oh, bleach kills. Oh, don't drink hypo. Oh. Now, this is what I do in my apartment, huh? Please let me drink water. So this is what I do in my apartment. Whenever I want to clean, I have hand sanitizers. I have hypo. I use hypo. So what I do is I mix the hypo inside water, and then I put my floor cleaning reagents, and then I use it to clean my floor. I use it to clean my door, clean the handles, and just as Mo said, surfaces, everything in my apartment, I use hypo mixed in water to clean everywhere, and that is the best way to go about it. Okay, if your house is very, very dusty, that's another way to also clean your house and also ensure that your apartment, your space, your office your office table is rid of any kind of germs or disease or virus or whatever. But that's why I said that for those of you that are going to be resuming work from Monday next week, moving forward, obviously you might not be able to be carrying bleach to your office. You might not be able to be carrying hypo to the office. But then there are alcohol based sprays that you can use. Okay, there are also wipes, alcohol based wipes that you can use to clean surfaces. But in the absence of any of those, you can get a container, a small container, maybe half the size. You can get a small container, and then you can mix it with water, and you can also mix it with bleach, those spray containers. So when you get to the office in the morning, if you don't have wipes to clean your table or your chair or your computer or anything that you work with, you can just use that bottle spray to spray around you. Spray surfaces, before you open the door to your office, spray the door handle, as Mo said, if you have tissue, use the tissue to open the door. I know it seems like a lot of work. A lot of you might be thinking, oh my God, that's just too many procedures just to open the door in the morning or just to go into the office. Listen, if you don't put in the work, trust me, you might break down, God forbid. So please, let's not test coronavirus, okay? Mo is actually giving us a lot of information. I wish I could just tell everybody to give Mo a round of applause. Mo, I'm especially giving you a round of applause. Thank you so much for giving us all this amazing information all the way from London. Thank you so much. So Favor is saying, if I must go to work, rain or no rain, I'm going to wear a raincoat where no part of my body will be exposed, and I'll try to walk. Favor. Favor. Let me just tell you what's going to happen to you. See, in this Lagos hot sun, if you wear a raincoat to work, or you wear a raincoat on your way coming back, if you don't have a private car, Favor, the sun that is going to fry you inside that raincoat. Don't mind me. It just sounded very funny, but you have a point. Wearing a raincoat, it actually also helps protect you from coming in contact with people around you, especially if you're in a public bus. But then if it's going to be comfortable for you, please go ahead and do it. I mean, right now, it's very, very important to take all precautionary measures that's actually available to us. So if it's going to help you, please go ahead and do it. But remember, the weather in Nigeria is very, very hot, very, very humid. So if you can manage it, please, all the best. Go ahead and do it. Protect yourself, and that's what's actually really, really key, protecting yourself. Yeah. Yes, Mo. Mo, thank you so much. Oh my God, I am so excited that you're actually on this live with us. You are giving us a lot of information. It's really, really enlightening. Like, even me, I do not know it all. That's why I always encourage you guys. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop your contributions. Drop your suggestions. Honestly, it's feedback like this that I actually live for. And I'm super excited that more favor is say all of you guys that are doing amazingly well by enlightening all of us that's currently on this live. Thank you so much, all of you. Yes, Mo is saying please wear gloves when opening parcels and letters. It is very important. Absolutely. These days, when I send my security man to buy me something, when he brings back my change, what I do is I collect the change from him. But the moment I enter inside my house, see me, I'm carrying hand sanitizer, I'm cleaning it. Because sometimes I get so carried away with things I'm doing inside my apartment that I get so carried away and I forget that, oh, I sent this guy on an errand, so I'm supposed to actually, wear hand gloves to collect what I sent him to buy me. But then what I do is I have this hand sanitizer that I put just beside my door. So the moment he brings whatever I sent him, immediately I just spray the hand sanitizer, clean it. Or if it's something that comes with a bottle that I sent him, I wash it and then I towel it dry. So guys, let's take all precautionary measures serious. You're welcome, Mo. So it says, my friend works in the old people's homes. She sewed a mask with cloth and nylon and almost passed out. Please, I beg you guys in the name of whatever you believe in, don't you go and kill yourself. See, don't go and kill yourself. Don't go and sew face mask in the form of cloth and nylon. Nylon will suffocate you. Nylon will not allow you breathe. So please, do not create a face mask using nylon. Nylon is even poisonous. For those of you that are very, very conscious about the ecosystem, Nylon is very poisonous because it's made from something about that carries fuel. I don't know, for those of you that actually understands all these things properly, so nylon is very, very poisonous. Even plastic is also poisonous. Yeah, I know I'm drinking from a plastic bottle, yeah, but then all these things, what you don't want to do is you're wearing a face mask that is nylon and you're walking about for hours. That's if you even last for hours, because it will actually suffocate you and you pass out. So the idea of this face mask is so that you can actually breathe, you can talk, and you can be safe. It's not about you covering your nose, suffocating yourself, and dying in the process. So you don't want that. Okay? Um exactly. You're welcome again, Mo. Yeah, so he say honestly, if you do that, the face mask is definitely going to just suffocate you before coronavirus gets to you. So trust me, you just want to do the right thing. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this live. It's very interactive, even though I can't call anybody and talk to anybody directly. So Favor is saying, I intend to use handkerchief as my mask because the face mask thing, I'm not cool with it. Can I use that? No, Favor. Please do not use handkerchief, okay? Do not use handkerchief. Please use the face mask. If you notice, this is the same kind of face mask that surgeons actually use. And for our medical experts that use this kind of face mask, they understand the reason why they use face mask like this in operating rooms. They use it so that they do not get infected with whatever comes out of the body of the person that they are actually operating on. Okay, and also for the medical officials that are actually treating people that have COVID-19 at the moment, they're actually using face masks like this, so they already understand that this thing actually protects them. Probably not 100% if not handled properly, but when handled properly, it actually protects them from directly contacting the sneezing or the coughing particles from a fellow individual. Okay, so Favor, I do not advise that you use handkerchief. I don't. And also another thing about handkerchief, I am not actually big on handkerchiefs. I'm not a fan of handkerchiefs. And the reason I don't like handkerchiefs is because when I buy them, I don't know for how long they have been stored with the person that actually sells it, right? So when I buy it, I feel like I'm actually very allergic to dust. I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to damp places. It affects my breathing. So that's the reason why I don't like handkerchiefs. I would rather use wipes, hand wipes. So you don't know where the handkerchiefs have been stored, and even if I don't know, I feel like even when you wash handkerchiefs, it's still not 100% clean. I just have this thing against handkerchiefs, Favor, and I feel like it's not going to protect you 100% or in the same way that a face mask will actually protect you. So my advice to you, Favor, is please do not use handkerchiefs. I would prefer you use face mask, okay? I think that's better. Okay? So, does anybody else have any interesting facts to share with us about COVID-19, how to protect yourself, especially advice for those people that are actually resuming, oh my god, I said my blunders again. Not resuming, no, resuming work on Monday. You're welcome, Favor. Yeah. So, does anybody else have anything again? Oh, guys! Thank God I remembered. I said I was going to talk about this particular thing with you guys on this live, and I am glad that you guys are here. So I'm going to talk to you guys about it. So, Faith is saying we can no more use our teeth to tear pure water. You don't know who may have touched it. Yes, so Faith, that's so funny. But honestly, you cannot use your teeth to actually tear pure water, please. Don't even try it. So Mo said, I will not be using the lift for a very long time, except I am completely sure that no one will be joining me in the lift. Remember social distancing. Anyways, Mo, what I have to say is that is if you're not late for your appointment. That is if you're not late for whatever you are going. So feel free to do as you need. But I feel like that's a very extreme social distancing that you want to start practicing. Favor. Yes, I am going to be on Instagram Live tomorrow by 3 p.m. Yes, I'm going to be on Instagram Live tomorrow, definitely. Okay, so before I forget, guys, what are your opinion about vaccines? I want us to have this conversation because I have my own reservations about vaccines. And there was something that was trending online yesterday and the day before in Nigeria. So the NCDC, they came up with this new bill that they were passing via the Senate and the House of no via the House of Reps, that they wanted to pass the bill. I didn't see every page of the bill, but the screenshot that I saw of it was a part where they were saying that vaccination is going to be compulsory for people that are traveling outside Nigeria, people that are coming inside Nigeria. So if you want to travel out or within Nigeria, then you must have international certificates to show proof that you have actually been vaccinated. Guys, that is where my head scatter. That is where I was livid with anger. And I'm like, why is Nigeria succumbing to this international law or this Bill Gates motive of trying to turn the world into a one world order? I mean, this is where all this conspiracy theory comes in. But before I say anything further, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are about this, and let's have this conversation. I want to know about how many people is aware of what's going on, and how many people are in support of that vaccination of a thing. Oh yes, Issei, I think that's really advisable as well. Even me these days, I don't even bother about handling cash. I actually handle things using my ATM card. You know, when I go to a supermarket to buy anything, I use my ATM card and I pay with the shop's POS. So that's it. I think that's actually better. Catherine is saying, can I be taking 1000 milligram vitamin C every day? Absolutely, Derry. I have mine here. I've showed you guys my health my health routine before, or my skincare routine before. So I actually take 1000 milligram of vitamin C every day. I have mine here. So it's very advisable. Remember, in doing all of these things of protecting ourselves from COVID-19, we also need to boost our immune system. So these are the things that are advisable to use to boost your immune system on a daily basis. If you have vitamin C, original vitamin C, not all this one that has flavor, frizzles, and all those smoking things that come out of it. I mean, actual vitamin C tablets. If you have it, it's advisable for you to take 1000 milligram every day. But please do not overdose it. Do not take 2000 milligrams at once. No, 1000 milligram is fine every day. If you have 500 milligrams, still go ahead and use it. You can take like 2 tablets of it. And also, if you do not have the vitamin C, what you can also do is, if you have oranges in your house, you can take oranges, drink oranges. Or if you do not have raw oranges, if you have lemons, you can boil water and you can squeeze the lemons into it. You can also squeeze the lemon zest into it. It's actually very, very healthy. Another thing again is, if you have honey, you can mix honey, crush garlic, and put the garlic inside the honey and take a spoon like every day. That's also very, very good for boosting your immune system. So basically, aside using face mask, hand sanitizer, and all those things are basically to protect you on the outside. So boosting your immune system basically helps you to protect the inside of your body. Remember, the origin of coronavirus is, it actually easily infects people that have a very, very low immune system. So if you know you've not been taking your vitamins, if you know you've been low on vitamins, you've been low on taking your veggies, if you've been low on taking your water, please, you need to continue or start doing that immediately. Do it religiously every day. Take a lot of water. If you're one of those people that love taking soft drinks like me, you need to cut down on it and replace it with water, green tea, all those things. If you cannot afford vitamin C, as I have said, if you have honey, you can crush garlic into it and take it. All those things will help you protect your inside, while the face mask is also helping you to protect you from the outside. So, Favor is saying it is not for me. It's a no for me for the vaccine, because we're not sure of the vaccine. I'm thinking same thing that happened when the cholera vaccine came in would happen again. Most definitely, most definitely. I once watched a documentary here on YouTube. Somebody actually took out time to do a lot of research, and the person brought out a video of an ex-US Marine. The man was being interviewed on CNN. I do not trust CNN news. Let me put this disclaimer out there. I do not trust CNN. I feel like CNN knows how to um exaggerate the situations going on in Africa a lot. Their news is always set against Africa, against Africa's progress, against Africa's growth. Yeah, whenever they want to paint a picture of Africa, they always paint a picture of a wretched nation, a wretched place, a wretched region. So for me, I feel like newscasting or news dissemination, it should be meant for the greater good and not for downplaying the progress of a particular region. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not really a fan of CNN. But then some of the documentaries actually make a lot of sense. So in the absence of nothing to watch, sometimes I watch some of their documentaries. So this particular documentary about this particular US Marine, the man was saying that during the time of cholera in Africa, Bill Gates, his wife, and whoever, they created vaccines, and then they said that the vaccines are meant to be tested out in Africa on African people. So they went to a country, I think it was Sudan. They went to, I can't remember the country they went to, but that country had a very high level of cases of cholera. So when they took the vaccine there, they gave these vaccines to people. People were actually cured of cholera. But guess what? In place of cholera came another disease or virus, and that was HIV, AIDS. So this man was literally explaining in the video that that was how AIDS came into play in Africa. And he was explaining that this is how they created the vaccine, that they took something out of a sheep, something out of a goat, something out of a cow, something out of a monkey. After taking out all these things, they mixed it up with one thing or the other. Like, guys, I'm going to look for that link, the link of that video, and then I'm going to post it on my community tab. So please look out for that video. So this man said that this is how they created the HIV virus. Now, usually when they create all these viruses, they test it out on plants. If it works on plants, they graduate by testing it out on animals. If it works on animals, they graduate by testing it out on human beings. Now, guess where they get human beings, or these human beings that they call lab rats? Africa. So that was how, in the vaccine that was meant to be curing cholera, they put the HIV virus inside the vaccines. So, and guess what? People like Bill Gates, who are actually the forerunners and the creators or instigators of all this, we must create vaccines and all these things. Bill Gates does not vaccinate his children. He does not vaccinate his wife. He himself, he is against vaccines. He does not take vaccines. But he actually is always saying that, Africa is going to have mass number of deaths. So if we are creating vaccines, we should go and give it to people in Africa. They paint this picture of, we love Africa so much. We love people in Africa so much. We care about Africa. But guess what? They bring you a solution. They make it look like it's actually a solution. But then it sorts out one problem and then it brings about another problem. Now, guess what? Bill Gates has a new plan. He is not even hiding it. He's not even mincing words about it. Bill Gates is one of those people that he's against overpopulation. He believes that the world is overpopulated. So what does he want to do? He's all for reducing the population of the world. So for them, if 1% or 1.5% of the people of the world dies, then it's good riddance to bad rubbish for him. And also, Bill Gates has an agenda. It's called ID 2020. Google ID 2020 and you will get all the information that you need to know about it. Now, I read up about ID 2020 and I realized that, oh my God, this is actually the new world order actually coming. Now, what does Bill Gates wants to do? He wants to create a system whereby the world is controlled by one particular entity or one group of people. And guess what? Mark Zuckerberg is onto this plan as well. So these people, they are power driven, they are power drunken. They want to take control of the world. You know, different people, different countries, different corporations, they have their own conspiracy theories. But I'm just telling you guys about Bill Gates' own because this is the one that is glaring to everybody. Like all information you need to know about Bill Gates and everything, it's actually online. Check on Google, check on YouTube, you see videos, you see things. And he says it, he doesn't even hide it. Before coronavirus came, he said it in 2015 that it was going to happen. And he gave a systematic approach on how it was going to happen. And he talked about his vaccine. So all these people, they know what they are doing. Now, talking about ID 2020. ID 2020 is a system that's going to ensure that everybody around the world is controlled by one single system. Okay? One currency, one system of doing things, and your bank account, your bank details and everything is going to be connected to ID 2020. How are you going to be a part of ID 2020? They're going to give you a microchip that looks like a grain of rice, very, very tiny. Now, it's so small and minute that it's very, very invisible to the eyes, except via a microscope. Now, they're going to put it inside your body, either inside your hand or maybe through your forehead. Now, how are they going to put that thing inside your body? Guess what? Through a vaccine. And that is why Bill Gates and his wife and people working with him, they are pushing strongly to all the leaders around the world to accept vaccines from them. And those who are stupid enough that have not done their research, that actually do not understand what's going on, they're actually pushing for it. So the other time, the EU donated 50 million euros to Nigeria. Oh, fight COVID-19. Oh, IMF, oh, they lended Nigeria money. People are excited. But guess what? These people that are borrowing us money to fight COVID-19, they are also the ones dictating the tune that Nigeria should go. It's just the saying that goes that he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So it's no novelty that people that are actually, donating money to Nigeria to fight COVID-19, they are also the ones that are saying Nigeria should use vaccine. So now the crazy thing is now, like, why did the House of Rep bring not allow a public hearing of the NCDC bill? Why didn't they allow a public hearing? Instead, they just decided to make it a force. They had the first reading, they had the second reading, which is very, very unusual in Nigeria. Because usually, when there are bills that are meant to be passed in Nigeria in the parliament, what happens is sometimes before you have a first reading, it can take months. Sometimes before you have a second reading, it can take months. Sometimes it can run into a year. But all of a sudden, within 24 hours, in the history of Nigeria, in a very, very long time, a bill that was introduced into the House of Rep that wasn't even seen, because most of the House of Reps members were claiming that they did not even see the bill, they don't even know about it, they don't even have the name of it, they just know the title of it, they have not seen the document with their eyes. How come that within 24 hours they were able to get that bill, have a first reading, have a second reading, and once they have a third reading or a consensus, they will send it to the Senate to give approval? And trust the Nigerian Senate. I wonder what those people are doing there. Because when Buhari went to them the other day and said he needed to take a loan from IMF of 850 billion, immediately they approved without asking questions of, oh, where will Buhari get the money to pay back? How will Nigeria pay back? Guys, you need to stay woke. A lot of things are happening in this world. Stay woke. So for me, if I see people carrying placards tomorrow and they are screaming no to vaccines, me, I will join. Because I don't want anybody controlling my life via a small microchip inside my bloodstream. Because that's what's going to happen. Trust me, that's what's going to happen. Madagascar, 2 days ago, they discovered a cure for coronavirus. The cure has been discovered though. Let nobody deceive you. There is now a cure for coronavirus. It is in Madagascar. But guess what? They brought out the cure and IMF, or I'm sorry, WHO said that no, it has not been internationally approved. Why are they not approving it? Madagascar went into their farms, they went into their fields, they brought out natural herbs, they brought out botanical herbs, and then they created a cure, liquid, like this. The video is everywhere online. Check on Google, check on YouTube, you will find the videos. I will look for all these videos and I'll curate it and I'll post it on my channel. They found a cure. They tested it on some of their patients and about 74 people are cured. They tested negative couple of times of coronavirus. But guess what? WHO, World Health Organization, they have refused to give an international approval for the drug. So what the hell is going on, guys? A lot is actually happening. But all these things I'm saying, guys, I'm just saying it because we need to be woke. We need to be very, very alert. A lot of things are happening. And if you act as if, oh, it's not my business, let people that are in charge of making the laws, let them make the laws. Trust me, things are going to happen and they will just, you know, where they are sweeping the floor, they will carry you up, sweep the floor, put you down again. You won't even know what's going on. So about vaccines, I'm totally against it. If I see a natural herb, a natural treatment for coronavirus, trust me, I will take it. Even if I don't have it right now, I will take it. But talking about vaccines, I don't want no fucking vaccine. I don't want it. I don't. It's only going to impound and compound the problems. So I don't want it. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. Let me know. So more is saying vaccination issue is very worrying, but even more worrying is the issue of violation of our privacy. In China, their citizens are being monitored via a mobile app. More is very correct. Do you guys know that in China they do not have any, they don't have social media. I think they have only one social media, and that only social media, that's the only social media that they are allowed to use. So guys, imagine there was a time in Nigeria, that was about 2-3 months ago. The president wanted to pass a bill. Was it the president? But I think the president or somebody, but the president and his family, they were all for it. They wanted to pass a bill calling it the social media bill. Now, what was going to happen with that social media bill was that they were going to give a time where people were going to be online, and they were going to give a timing where people will not be online. And I'm like, seriously? So where is our democracy? I mean, where is our democracy? Where is our freedom of expression? Where is our freedom to socialize online and offline? Where is our freedom to communicate? Where is our freedom of expression? Like, it doesn't really make sense, you know? And I thank God that a lot of people on Twitter completely went against, you know, that social media bill, and it did not work. So I wish Nigerians will bring up that same energy and fight against this NCDC coronavirus bill. Because if you read the portion of that bill that I read, it's very, very scary. They gave so much power and authority to the police and to the military that anybody that is traveling in or out and does not tested for the virus, something like that, they give the military the authority to lock that person up or arrest that person, blah blah blah. Honestly, guys, they give people so much authority. So right now, Imagine that NCDC COVID-19 bill is passed and approved. Do you know what's going to happen? Everybody in Nigeria is going to be like animals. They will have that liberty to just come to us and say, you have coronavirus, we are taking you to quarantine. They will just carry you like that. And they can only let you go whether you test positive or negative for coronavirus unless you collect the vaccine. So for me, I feel like that is an infringement on my basic human right as a Nigerian, and not just a Nigerian or a citizen of this country, but as a human being that has flesh and blood running through my veins. So guys, a lot of things are actually happening in not just in Nigeria but in the world at large. But I can't really speak for the world because I am not out there in the world. I'm actually here in Nigeria. So this is where it really, really concerns me. So guys, I want to encourage us all to give our energy to these things that actually need our energy, because as time goes on, the social media bill, the NCDC's bill is going to come up again. So if you're on Twitter, please use your handle to tweet against it. We do not need any vaccine at this point. What we need at this point in time are measures that are favorable to helping Nigerians to overcome these trying times. We do not need a vaccine that is created by a fanatic or a lunatic that is against world population. If Bill Gates is so passionate about vaccines, why doesn't he vaccinate his children? Why doesn't he take the vaccines? Why is he not vaccinating his wife or his extended family? Why is he so particular about giving vaccines to Africans? So guys, we need to give our energy to things like this because it's actually a matter of life and death and freedom. So, very important. Saying I love going on holidays with my family. However, if this vaccine is made compulsory in UK, I will stop traveling. Can't start foreign stuff in my body. Yes, Mo. Honestly, aside from not being able to stand foreign stuff in your body, the fact remains that ID 2020 is Bill Gates' reality, and the moment the world accepts his vaccine, what Bill Gates is going to do is going to put in those microchips into all the vaccines, and you are going to inject it into your body, and you will think that, oh, I've taken a cure for coronavirus or any other virus that's going to hit the world. But guess what? You've not just taken a vaccine for coronavirus, you've also taken a monitoring chip into your bloodstream. So whatever you do, whether you're in the toilet, whether you're having sex with your partner in your house, there's somebody out there that's actually monitoring your movement and watching you. And sometimes your bank account is also going to be connected to that microchip. So let's just hope and pray that it doesn't get to that. But trust me, this is what I am actually foreseeing. And if the world leaders or Africa as a nation in general does not stand up against all this foreign, subtle colonialism that is coming one way or the other, it might happen. Because for me, trust me, this is all about power. This is all about power, control. And people like Bill Gates will not stop until they get what they want. So it is now left to Africa to stand up together and fight for it. What I'm expecting African nations to do currently is to embrace this new cure that Madagascar has founded for coronavirus. And trust me, Africa is actually doing a lot at this point in time, because just the other day, is it Zambia or I think it's Zambia or Zimbabwe, one of those countries. What happened? They created this what's the name of that thing? If you know the name, please remind me. They created this respiratory thingy. I can't remember the name, guys. Please, guys, just remind me. This breathing thing for people that have coronavirus, I think they created it and they were selling it for $60. And then they created test kits, selling it for $1. So Africans, we are not completely dumb. We are not completely stupid. In fact, we are so blessed. We are so prosperous and we are so fruitful. I can assure you guys 100% that everything that it takes to beat coronavirus, we actually have it. I feel like we have it. All we need to do is just to work together and get it done. But no, this is our country, Nigeria. Now, so our leaders go, they jump, they go meet IMF, jump, go, they meet WHO. Oh, borrow us money, borrow us money. At the end of the day, when they come and tell you that, tell your citizens that nobody should go out anymore. Tell citizens nobody should go to church or go to mosque anymore. Tell your citizens that they must take vaccine. Our leaders will say, oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. And they will say yes, because come on. He who pays the piper dictates the bloody tune. Man. So Catherine is asking, if I'm to use the office toilet, what do I do first? So Catherine, if you are to use the office toilet, remember I have mentioned that if you don't have bleach or hypo or jig, or just call it bleach, in your office, you can create your own bleach from your house. Before going to work, take your own bleach, like take a container, a spray container, put water inside, and also put bleach inside of it. So when you go to the toilet, flush the toilet first. I mean, for me it's a natural thing. If I go to my office or in my house, before I use my toilet, I flush it, because I don't know whatever has come out of the pipe into the surface. So flush the toilet first, okay, and then pour or spray the bleach into the toilet and on the toilet seat. And then before you sit on the toilet, cut off some rolls of tissue paper and put it inside the toilet to cover the water in the toilet. Okay, and also cut off those tissue papers and also put it on the toilet seat before you use the toilet. For me, basically that's what I do before I use the toilet, even in my own apartment. I don't even share my toilet with anybody, but that's what I do basically. So Catherine now advised that is what you do. Ensure that if your company, your office does not have bleach, you can create your own bleach from your house. Okay. And so Mo is saying, I am sure that even in Nigeria a cure can be found. Mo, you are absolutely correct. A cure can be found in Nigeria. Have you traveled around Nigeria to see farms? If you go to places like Akwa Ibom State, go to places like Cross River State, go to places like Ibadan, Ogun State especially, the farmlands that we have in those states in Nigeria, if you check those places, there are so many herbs, there's so many things that you can find that 100% you can basically create any sort of, herbal medicine or whatever that you want to create from those things. I just hope that our people, our leaders are going to give more attention to what we have, utilize what we have to create more solutions for us than going out there to keep on borrowing and borrowing and then indirectly becoming slaves to the borrowers. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. Oh yes, ventilator. Thank you, oh, people of FSWG. Thank you. It's actually called ventilators. God, the way that name skipped my mind. I'm asking myself, Glory, is it this water that you're drinking? Yes, it's actually called ventilator. Okay. Yeah, so Catherine said, Pastor Yakilomi has already said so that nobody should take the vaccine. Yes, so Pastor Yakilomi has said it, don't take any vaccine. I am saying it, don't take any vaccine. A former US Marine has even said it to Africans, that Africans stop taking vaccines that are coming from abroad. Whether from US or whether from UK or whether from China or, stop taking vaccines. Stop taking vaccines. It said this vaccine thing just tells me that a group of people are controlling the world, but God will put them to shame. You're right. A group of people are controlling the world, and trust me, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you guys noticed that just recently, it happened to me 2 weeks ago. I tried logging onto my Facebook account, and I realized that Facebook, they had changed their terms and conditions of privacy. Guys, do you all these terms and conditions of privacy that Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp gives to you, have you actually taken time to read it before? Please read it. It is very important. They say that the one thing that kills a black man is the fact that a black man does not like opening a book to read. I think it is high time that we started reading more articles, that we started reading more things about what's going on around us, especially what we can control. My boyfriend is not on any social media platform. The first time we met, I asked him, I asked him, are you on any social media platform? He was like, no. And I'm like, why aren't you on any social media platform? He said, well, that they like spying on everything, and they like taking all your information. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, okay, you download an app from Play Store or from Apple Store, okay, and you, before you install the app on your phone, they ask you to have access to all your photos, they ask you to have access to all your videos, they ask you to have access to your phone contacts, your SMS, they ask you to have access to everything on your phone. And you, because you are so interested in, oh, Instagram is happening, TikTok is happening, there's TikTok challenge, there's this challenge, there's that challenge, before you know it, you've downloaded all your information, bam, on top of that app. And before you know it, that is how they are going to be taking all your data, all your information that regards you, your life. And a lot of people take it to the extreme that they even put their home address. Do you guys remember that this music artist Pop Smoke that died? Do you know that the day he died, that afternoon, somebody had exposed his home address, his exact home address. The person exposed it and put it on Instagram or Twitter. Then in the night, 2 gunmen or 4 gunmen, they came to his house and they shot him dead. That was how he died. So guys, that's just another lesson, by the way. Do not expose your information on social media. You do not know who is watching. You do not know who likes you and who do not like you. You do not know who is waiting to see you die, or you do not even know who is waiting to just kill you. That's one thing. But then Facebook, especially, guys, hey, when I joined Facebook in 2009 or 2007, I was so enthusiastic about the app, about the platform, because I love writing. So I just wanted to be on the platform. I just wanted to write things. I just wanted to share my thoughts, my opinions with people. And then before I knew it, Facebook would remind you, Glory, can you, the way they put it, they'll say, Glory, put a live update, put a live event. And before you know, oh, I just got admission into school today. Bam, you put that information. They've put it on their database. Oh. And then before you know it again, Facebook will ask you questions. Glory, you've not updated your phone number. Put your phone number. Bam, you too. You go and put your number 080. That's how all those apps, they'll be getting your information. And remember, just last year, Mark Zuckerberg was sanctioned to the Senate courts of, I think, Senate court, or he was sanctioned anyways, because they discovered that Facebook was actually taking a lot of information from all the people around the world. Facebook is the most used app around the world. I mean, social media platform. If you check on Play Store, they have over 2 billion users, and currently I think they have about 3 billion users. So imagine Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, having all the information of all those billions of people. Do you know what he can do with those information? He can actually sell it to the CIA. He can actually sell it to the US government, or he can actually sell it to the highest bidder. I'm not saying all these things to make anybody scared, but what I'm just trying to say is we need to stay woke. There are a lot of things that are happening in the world currently, in Nigeria, in the world at large, and we are overlooking these things because we think that they're just natural occurrences. Trust me, most of those things, they are not natural occurrences. They are actually carefully planned, orchestrated to create a particular world, a particular world order for a certain group of people. So guys, this is just me encouraging us to stay woke, basically. Stay woke. Stay woke. So Bishop is saying, please refrain from conspiracy theories. Bishop, I am not a lover of conspiracy theories, because the truth is it can actually mess up your mind. It can get you confused. It can actually get you to panic. It can actually get you scared. So whatever I'm saying on my channel now, these are things that I actually read up. These are things that I actually research by myself. Of course, if you notice on my channel, I haven't talked about conspiracy theories. Oh, this person said, that person said. No, I actually do my own research, okay? Because when I saw that particular video of the ex-US Marine, when he was saying things about Bill Gates or about people and stuff, I was asking myself that, where are these people getting all this information from? So I took out time and I did that research the first week of the Lagos lockdown. That was about 3-4 weeks ago. So I took out time. I started doing my digging into Google, and I saw ID 2020. And ID 2020, it's not like it's hidden. If you just type ID 2020, they even have a website. The website is there. I mean, it is very clear. They are not hiding anything. Everything is there. All the information is there. They are telling you that this is what they want to do and they will do it. So, Bishop, this is not a conspiracy theory channel. This is not a channel for propagating conspiracy theories or rumors or anything. No, whatever I'm saying right now, these are things that I actually did my own research. These are things that I asked questions about, I read about, and I'm just sharing with you guys. And normally when I talk to people like this, what I encourage them to do is do your own research. You can't get the final say from Glory. I do not know everything. So what will help you is, do not be like that African that people see you to be. People say that if you want to kill an African man, or if you want to kill a black man, put something in a book and that's it. Or if you want to hide something from a black man, put something in a book, because they know, or they feel like black people don't read. They feel like black people don't do research. So please, let's be black and still act intelligently and intellectually, okay? So basically, that's that. Oluwa Fumi Adesonya. You're welcome to Frankly Speaking with Glory. My name is Glory Elijah, and don't mind the way I'm saying things, but people on my channel already know me. They already know that on this channel I say things the way it is. I do not know how to water down situations or issues. I say things the way they are. I'm very, very frank with my opinion, and I also allow space for people to also air their views, for people to also give me their own contributions, suggestions, and their thoughts in general. So please feel free to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notification, and also don't forget to drop your thoughts right now as you're watching me and you've heard all that I have said. So once again, Adesonya Fumi, you are actually welcome. So Fumi, what am I discussing about? Okay, first of all, I started off talking about basic necessities for people in Lagos that are going to be resuming work on Monday. Remember, there's going to be an easing down of the lockdown in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun State beginning from Monday, May 4th, 2020. That's just in 2 days' time. So I started off this video by informing people about the necessities and basic things that they need to start their day moving forward until this whole coronavirus situation has been watered down. And just to do a recap, I announced to you guys that you should have your face mask, very important. You should have hand sanitizers, and excuse me, you should also, oh my god, my battery is low. So I said that you should also, don't forget to wash your hands. Guys, give me a second, I need to get my charger. My battery is very low. Woo! Oh my god, I hope I'm not breaking anything in this house because I want to get charger. So if I don't plug this phone, that is how this live is going to end impromptu. So guys, I was actually informing Adesonya what I was talking about. Yeah, so and if you scroll through the comment section, you will see that everybody that's been on this live with me, they've been giving one contribution, one suggestion or the other. We have Favor, we have Mo, we have Issei Omije, we have Peace, a lot of people, Catherine, the gist with Ruti, they have been giving amazing contributions on ways to protect yourself. Okay, so Fumi, feel free to join us and give us your own contributions. All right, Mo, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for all the amazing tips and tricks and jokes, that you have shared with us on this channel. I love you so much. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm giving you an amazing round of applause for all your enlightening and information, on how to protect ourselves from, public contagion of the COVID-19. Oh, by the way, guys, I want to remind you guys that these days I'm trying to do like YouTube live on Saturdays by 4 p.m. Sometimes I do 3 p.m., but now I think 4 p.m. is better for most people. So Saturdays, YouTube live 4 p.m., and then Sundays, Instagram live 3 p.m. is fine. Okay, so if you are interested in joining us on Instagram live tomorrow, please follow me on Instagram. My handle is still Frankly Speaking with Glory, so follow me on Instagram tomorrow, or you can do that now, and let's talk. So right now I'm really enjoying all our conversations and every other thing, but it would be more fun to talk to you guys one on one. I think one person that has been really active in my Instagram live sessions is Tosin Adenira. Tosin, you've been very quiet on this YouTube live. Where are you hiding? You need to come out of your shell, okay? um Oh yes, Oluf. Okay, Fumi, yeah. Okay, so Fumi, you said you saw my video about Access Bank, but you didn't watch it. Why didn't you watch it? Okay, guys, so as I was saying, moving forward, Saturdays I'll be doing YouTube live from 3 p.m. Then Sundays I'll be doing Instagram live from 3 p.m. as well. So please don't forget to join me tomorrow on my Instagram live, okay? And I would love to call you guys and talk to you guys about something else entirely different tomorrow. Tosi and Favor, they've always been regulars on my Instagram live, and it's always a swell time talking with those two people. So I'd love to see more new faces, talk to more new people, and also Kenneth. Kenneth is not online today, I noticed. So let's see how it goes. Oh my God, Favor. Favor, oh, thank you so much, Favor. Thank you so much, Favor. Um, I'll see you tomorrow on my Instagram live. Do have a nice evening. Okay, so Fumi is saying, would you brief me about the Access Bank video? Fumi, why didn't you watch the video? Anyways, I'll just brief you. So basically, the MD of Access Bank announced that he had a town hall meeting with the employees of Access Bank. Remember, Access Bank recently went into a merger with Diamond Bank, so it's now Diamond Access Bank. So the MD, he actually had a town hall meeting with the employees and informed them that moving forward from Monday till December, they are going to be slashing salaries of staff by 40%, and they are also going to close down some of their branches because of cost. So he said he was going to start the slash of salary by 40% from his own salary. So I gave my own opinion on that video, saying that this is actually a realistic business decision, because a lot of Nigerians were actually complaining about it, that, oh, that was selfish of the man, blah blah blah. And then I am saying that, look, it's a business. In as much as it might seem that he is very, very inhumane, or he acted inhumane about it, but then it's a business decision that has to be taken. What would they have expected? I mean, I have said it before in previous videos that COVID-19 has come, it has happened, it is still happening. So people should not expect life to go back the way it used to be. Instead, life is going to change, like drastically. And the change has started. It's just that a lot of people are so into their feelings, they have not noticed that the change is happening. And one of the changes is a lot of offices cutting down on cost of operations, cutting down on the number of staff that they have, and so many things. For me, basically, that's just a summary of what I said in the video. So please feel free to watch the video so that you can get the most part of the gist. And if you also want to get more information about my COVID-19 post-COVID-19 predictions, I have a video to that effect on my channel. You'll find it there. Guys, I think I'm hungry now. I want to end this YouTube live so that I can go and eat. I'm hungry. As you can see, my eyes are looking tired. I want to go and rest. So if anybody has any final comment, any final questions to ask, please go ahead and ask me the question. I'm listening. Please go ahead and ask me the question so that I can answer you. All right. So in the next 2 minutes, the time is 1:38 right now by my time. Okay, not 1:38. I mean the timing on the video on the live is 1:38. So in the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna be ending this video. For me, I'm actually in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. And you, for me, what part of the world are you? I'm gonna be ending this video shortly, this YouTube live shortly. So in the next 1 minute, 1 minute is gone. In the next 1 minute, I'm gonna be ending this YouTube live. Before I do so, I want to use this opportunity to thank all of you that actually joined me on this live. You guys are simply amazing. You guys are the real MVP. Today's live was one of the most interactive I think I have gotten so far. Thank you guys so much. I really had a swell time. I love the fact that you guys shared a lot with me and I shared a lot with you as well. I'll see you guys in my Instagram on my Instagram live. That was a very big blunder. I'll see you guys on my Instagram live tomorrow by 3 p.m. So please, please come and join me. Search me on Instagram. I am Frankie speaking with Glory still. I have not changed my handle. So follow me on Instagram tomorrow so that we can go on live together. I want to call at least 4 people tomorrow. I want us to talk. So each person that I will call, I'm going to talk to you for at least 15 minutes tomorrow. I want us to interact. I want us to talk a lot. Miracle said I'm not on Instagram. Sorry. Oh, so sorry. Okay, it's fine. We'll meet again on my other videos. Remember, I post videos every day, guys. So don't forget to watch. Subscribe. Very important. Subscribe. Okay, I think my time is up right now on this YouTube live. Thank you guys so much. I had a swell time. I look forward to doing this again with you guys next week. So do have an amazing evening. All right. Yes, Miracle, it's always nice interacting with you here as well. Thank you so much. Catherine is saying, are you the Ezine? No, my name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am not Ezine. Bye, Miracle. Bye, Favor. Bye, Mo. Bye, Fumi. Bye, Catherine. What else am I saying bye to? Bye, Peace. Bye, Sunny Ade. By the gist with Ruthie, by Bishop, by Issei Omije, by J-Man, by to the rest of you that stay here. Do have an amazing, amazing evening. Bye.